শুভ নববর্ষ, নতুন বছরের শুভকামনা জানাই সবাইকে। আশা করি নতুন বছর আপনাদের সকলের ভালো কাটবে। হ্যাপি নিউ ইয়ার, হ্যাপি বেঙ্গলি নিউ ইয়ার। উইশ this new year brings a lots of joy and happiness to you. Today we are discussing the class 10th level chapter, and the chapter name is the trigonometry identities. In this chapter, at first we are giving some formula about this chapter, and after that we are discussing some example of this chapter. The important formula of this chapter are sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, and when this is the theta, that is ABC is a right angle triangles and theta is this one. And similarly, cos square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. The third formula is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. For the sake of simplicity, suppose we are giving the proof of first, that is a sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We want to prove this. Now we know that sin theta is equal to this one. Hypotenuse is a perpendicular and this is the base, and we know that the sin theta is equal to perpendicular by hypotenuse, and cos theta is equal to base by hypotenuse. Now sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to p square by h square and b square by h square. So h square is an LCM, and this is a p square plus of b square. And we know that by the Pythagoras theorem, h square is equal to p square plus b square. This is the Pythagoras theorem. This is coming from Pythagoras theorems. Now p square plus b square is equal to h square. If we put here h square by h square is equal to 1, which is our equal, that is a sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, and here sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Similarly, remaining two formula can be proved. These three formula is important for this chapter. Now we move to the next section. The first example of the day is if sec square theta plus tan square theta is equal to 13 by 12, then find sec to the power 4 theta minus tan to the power 4 theta. Now by the given information we can write sec square theta plus of tan square theta is equal to 13 by 12, and we know that sec square theta minus of tan square theta is equal to 1. This is the standard formula. And now sec to the power 4 theta minus tan to the power 4 theta is equal to sec square theta then whole square minus of tan square theta then whole square. Now using the formula of a square minus b square, then we get a plus b and a minus b. Now using here, this is a and this is a b, so sec square theta plus tan square theta, this is the a plus b, and sec square theta minus tan square theta, this is the a minus b. and we know that secant square theta plus tan square theta is equal to 13/12, which is given, and by the standard formula we know that secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Putting the value, then we get 13/12. So sec to the power 4 theta minus tan to the power 4 theta is equal to 13/12. Dear student, subscribe the channel for more information. And now we move to the next example. Now the second example of the day is the triangle PQR is given, whereas Q is an 90 degree and PR is equal to √5 and PQ minus RQ is equal to 1. Then find cos of P minus cos of R. So by the given information we can write cos of P is equal to, cos of P means this triangle. We know that cos of P is equal to base by hypotenuse, so PQ by PR. Similarly, cos of R, when we discussing about the angle of R, then we get this is the base, QR is the base or RQ. You may write as an RQ, and hypotenuse is PR. So cos of P is equal to RQ by PR. Now cos of P minus cos of R is equal to PQ by PR minus of RQ by PR. If PR is an LCM, then PQ minus RQ. By putting value of PQ minus RQ is equal to 1 and PR is equal to √5. So this is the value of cos P minus cos R. Cos P minus cos R is equal to 1 by √5. We move to the next example. The next example of the day is if x is equal to 2 sin theta and y is equal to 3 cos theta, then find the relation between x and y. So according our given information, x is equal to 2 sin theta and y is equal to 3 cos theta. So sin theta is equal to x by 2. Similarly, cos theta is equal to y by 3. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So putting the value, we get this. This is the relation of x and y. Next example is if r cos theta is equal to 2√3 and r sin theta is equal to 2, then find the value of r and theta. So by the given information, r cos theta is equal to 2√3 and r sin theta is equal to 2, then cos theta is equal to this one. Similarly, sin theta is equal to this one. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. If we put the value of sin theta and cos theta, then you get 4 by r square and 12 by r square is equal to 1. Then 16 by r square is equal to 1. Then r square is equal to 16, r is equal to 4. Positive value is taken. So putting the value of r in this or that. So 4 into cos theta is equal to 2√3. We use this equation and put the value of r. Then we get cos theta is equal to √3 by 2. and we know that the standard value of cos 30 is equal to root 3 by 2. So theta is equal to 30 degree, which is our equal. So the value of r is equal to 4 and the value of theta is equal to 30. Now we are discussing the last example of the day. The example is, if sine of a plus sine of b is equal to 2, then find cos of a plus cos of b, where this is the condition. So according to given condition, we may write sine of a plus sine of b is equal to 2. Since we know that minus 1 less is equal to sine theta less is equal to 1. So the maximum value of sine theta in this range is equal to 1. So sine of a is equal to 1. Similarly, sine of b is equal to 1. And the sine of a is equal to sine of 90. The standard value of sine 90 is equal to 1. Similarly, here sine 90 is equal to 1 we are using. So a is equal to 90 and b is equal to 90. Now cos of a plus cos of b is equal to cos of 90 plus cos of 90. Putting the value of a and b. So the value of cos 90 is 0 and value of cos 90 is equal to 0. So 0 plus 0 equal to 0, which is our required result. Hope the given information and the example will help you to understand this chapter. And when you practicing this chapter in later, this video will help you to understand this chapter.